Hey guys, Josiah here with Aesthetyx Fitness. In today's video, I'm going to be giving 3 muscle building tips for hard gainers. Alright, so before I get started with today's video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and click that little bell icon. That way every time I come out with a new video, you guys are getting notified so you don't miss out on any great new content. Also, if you feel like it really helps me out if you hit that like button down below as well. Now with that out of the way, let's get started. Alright, so right before I get started with the tips in today's video, if you haven't already, make sure you check out my Why You're Not Building Muscle video that can be found here. That video just kind of lays out the science behind muscle building and some reasons why you may not be building muscle even if you really are trying to. So first up in today's video, what is a hard gainer? A hard gainer, and this may apply to you may notice this in yourself, is someone who you're very lean all year round. You have, very low body fat, but you don't have hardly any size, and you find it very, very difficult, no matter how hard you're training, to add significant muscular size. Now, there are other genetic elements that can play a role here, but a lot of this comes down to metabolism. Basically, that your body is processing all of the calories you're consuming so quickly that you are simply unable to consume enough calories in order to be in that calorie surplus that you need to be in order to build muscle. Just like losing weight all comes down to calories in versus calories out, building muscle comes down to calories in, calories out, as well as, training in a progressively overloading sort of way. But the training side of things is more covered in that other video I told you to watch at the beginning, so if you're curious about that, again, take a look at that video. And today, I really want to kind of cover the topic of hard gainer nutrition and things you can do to improve your diet so that you're able to be consuming enough calories in order to be adding muscle to your frame. So the first tip is to consume more meals throughout the day and drink your calories. Now, there's been a study on this that I touched in, I think in a fat loss video previously, where they had people consume a few large meals throughout the day and then eat at an all-you-can-eat buffet where they tracked their calories and saw how much they had after that, and an alternate scenario where they had people eat many small meals throughout the day and then consume an all-you-can-eat buffet where the calories between the large meals and the small meals were balanced. And they found that people who had fewer, smaller meals throughout the day maintained their hunger at the end of the day and were able to eat more at the buffet. Basically, that means that the myth of many small meals throughout the day helps you lose weight is actually not true. It's the other way around. Eating many small meals is going to make losing weight harder because you're going to be more hungry and more likely to overeat your calories at the end of the day. Which, if you're a hard gainer, is actually a good thing, because instead of feeling like you have to stuff your face at 2 or 3 large meals a day when your stomach just has no more room left, it allows you to have some big meals and then, right when you get up, have a little snack. In between meals 1 and 2, have another snack. In between meals 2 and 3, have another snack. And then have another snack after meal 3, and then a bedtime snack before you go to bed. So that allows you to just be consuming calories all throughout the day so that you're able to fit more calories into your daily diet. And you can easily increase your calories consumed per day by like 300 to 500, which can make a really big difference. That can put you from being in a calorie deficit to a calorie surplus, which will allow you then to build muscle and gain size. Now, I don't just mean go out and buy a 2-liter bottle of pop and just down the whole thing. That would be incredibly unhealthy for you, not very helpful in building muscle. But I do mean that you can add calories through liquid calories much, much more easily than you can through solid calories in the form of food, because your body simply doesn't recognize things you drink as sort of a food stomach filling thing as much as it does with foods you eat. So things like whole milk or mass gainer shakes, you can easily squeeze in between meals or even with a meal as like a side drink without making your body go, oh, hey, I'm full, you're consuming too many calories. You can basically trick it into allowing you to consume more calories than you otherwise would be able to. Now, quick pro tip here, I don't recommend going out and buying commercially available mass gainer shakes for most people, because while they are very convenient, they are incredibly expensive and mostly overpriced for what they are, because they're usually just a ton of carbohydrates, some fats, and a lot of protein all built into a shake. And you can actually make that yourself and tailor it more towards your own flavors and nutritional profiles that you want, and there are plenty of recipes online that you can look up on how to do that. My second tip is avoid cardio unless it's explicitly your goal. If your primary goal is just to build muscle and build size and you are bulking right now and trying really hard to gain mass, doing cardio, if you're a hard gainer, is going to sabotage that because it is going to burn more calories. Now, cardio does not burn muscle like people say it does. That's not a thing that exists, but it does burn calories. And if you're a person who needs every calorie you can possibly get in order to be in that surplus to build muscle, then cardio is going to sabotage that and make it a lot harder for you to maintain that calorie surplus, because it's going to be burning calories that could otherwise be sent towards building muscle. Obviously, doing cardio is an objectively good thing. It is a healthy thing for you to do. It helps improve heart health and VO2 max and lung capacity. All of those are good things, but they may not be situationally good if your goal is just trying to build muscle and you have a hard time consuming enough calories to do that in the first place. So strategize with your cardio and maybe do it when you want to cut down or lean down, or just keep it to a bare minimum in order to give yourself, again, enough calories to be able to build that muscle. And finally, tip number 3 is be smarter with your food choices. Basically, eat smarter, not harder. And what I mean by that is strategize your eating to include foods that are very calorie and nutrient dense, as opposed to just trying to eat more food quantity-wise. Because if you're eating a ton of salads and rice cakes, then your body is going to be very full physically by the mass of food you're eating, but not very full of calories. You haven't consumed as many calories as you could if you were eating that same quantity of, say, macadamia nuts, peanut butter, salmon, and whole grain bread. And so finding healthy, calorie-dense foods that you can eat throughout the day will really help you to be able to consume more calories while not overfilling your stomach and making yourself feel like you're about to burst every time you're eating. Again, it comes down to making eating more calories easier by not giving yourself that sensation that you're just constantly stuffing your face with food. So a couple things that I recommend for that are, again, macadamia nuts. They are the highest calorie nut per gram weight that you can possibly find, and they're delicious. People put them in cookies for a reason. Also, salmon is a very high calorie fish that has a lot of healthy fats in it. It's good for you. It's very calorie dense. Beef is delicious, has a lot of iron, also has natural sources of creatine, and again, lots of calories and lots of fats in it. Peanut butter, different nut butters, things like that, again, have healthy fats and are very, very calorie dense. And denser breads, things like whole grain bagels will pack a lot of carbohydrates into a small space, making it easier to consume a lot of carbohydrates, which are also important in order to build muscle. So guys, those are 3 tips in today's video. If you want more Hardgainer tips in another video, let me know down below so I can make another video with those tips for you. That's it for today's video. Make sure you hit that like button if you found it entertaining or informative. Leave that comment down below, and of course subscribe to my channel because I have new content coming out all the time to help you guys train smarter and look better.